killer. It is what it is. I'm a beast.
She breaks records faster than others can blink.
Shields is fast. That speed Jones can't deal with.
I love boxing. I love fighting.
They call her the greatest woman of all time, and for good reason.
She has a championship.
This is Claressa Shields. 18 championship belts, 4 conquered divisions, undisputed titles in 3 of them, and those are just numbers. Now we step into the story of the undefeated queen of the ring, the woman who rewrote the rules of women's boxing and turned the word GWOAT from a nickname into a fact. Flint, Michigan, a place where dreams rot faster than the pipes. No one teaches you to dream here. They teach you to survive.
Me growing up, Flint was known for having the highest murder rate. A lot of my friends were killed growing up. And without boxing, I put 100% into boxing, and that's what made me be so great.
Boxing didn't make her hard. It simply gave an outlet to everything that had been building for years. And only after that did people enter her life. People who changed the direction, but never the character. Claressa grows up in poverty. Her father, Bo Shields, spends part of her childhood in prison. But he's the one who first tells her about Layla Ali and the legends of boxing. And in her mind, a thought appears. If she could do it, why can't I? But here's the paradox. The same father who inspired the spark tries to put out the flame. Then her grandmother steps in. At 11 years old, Claressa walks into Burston Fieldhouse, an old, weather-beaten boxing gym in Flint. Coach Jason Crutchfield looks at the skinny girl asking for sparring with the boys and realizes something. She doesn't blink. She's not here to play.
I call her the $1 billion baby.
I feel that I'm the best at 165. I know in the ring I'm looking like a demon and stuff like that, but I'm not. Just a sport of boxing.
She has no idea that ahead lie 77 victories, 1 lonely L, and a 10-year journey toward turning that letter from a scar into a trophy.
She punches like a man. She boxes just like a man.
Her first tournaments? A warm-up. She wins everything in sight. Regionals, 2 Junior Olympics, PAL. At 16, she enters the adult division and walks out as best fighter of the tournament. Then comes the Olympic qualifier. Franchon Cruz DeZern, Andrisha Wasson, Tika Hemingway, each one expected to stop the teenager. But Claressa storms through all of them, leaving judges stunned. How can a girl from her background fight like this?
Spencer takes the center of the ring. This is the 4th and final round of these. And now makes her way back to the center.
In Canada, she defeats 3-time world champion Mary Spencer, 25-0 at the time, unbeaten, untouchable.
The boxers baiting each other to come in. Kilogram bout. Oh.
And this is where the name appears that will become the only thorn in Claressa's career, Savannah Marshall. Cold, long-armed, the only person who would ever defeat Shields in the amateurs. Marshall slows her rhythm, forces her fight, and the judges raise the Briton's hand. 1 lonely L burns itself into her record. But fate loves its contradictions. That loss becomes the key to the Olympics. Marshall reaches the final, and because of that, Claressa gets her ticket to London. She's only 17, and for the first time in history, the Olympics opens its doors to women's boxing. The final. Across the ring stands Russia's Nadezhda Torlopova, a seasoned veteran, a woman who crossed half the world for this gold. But Claressa does something no one expects from a teenager out of Flint. 19-12. Gold is hers.
Claressa Shields.
Not just the first U.S. woman, but the first American ever to win Olympic gold in women's boxing. And she doesn't rest. 4 years later, Rio 2016.
Close up, Shields.
There she becomes the first American boxer, male or female, to win 2 Olympics in a row.
Powered her way to another gold medal by unanimous.
Her amateur record, 77-1, 18 KOs. And in the 1 column, the name still reads Marshall, that same thorn, that same unfinished story that will follow her for years, that same loop that will one day close in London, but on a very different stage.
amateur boxer. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Claressa Shields.
November 2016, Claressa officially turns professional. Most newcomers look for a soft landing, a manageable opponent, an easy first step. Claressa chooses the opposite.
Whoa, look at this. Love those, but the 2-minute round, you see a lot of quick action right away. This is Lima Ali-type dominance to Shields.
Her debut is against Franchon Cruz. Yes, both enter the ring with a 0-0 record. But calling this a true debut is only technically correct.
Publicity, she took it away from me and took my chance to go to the Olympics. She wanted more than These are fighters.
Cruz isn't a tune-up, not a last-minute replacement. She's tough, seasoned, heavy-handed, a woman who would later become a world champion herself, carrying a deep amateur resume. This isn't a warm-up. This is a collision between two future locomotives at the very start of the tracks. Not by matchmaking, but by character. And Claressa steps in, as if this isn't her first professional fight, but the continuation of an Olympic final she never left. High pace, clean, sharp connections. A level of distance control forged over years. The judges raise her hand, and Shields sets the tone for her entire career. Padding records isn't my style. Give me real fighters.
Greatest woman of all time. Muhammad Ali made it up, greatest of all time. I just added the W because I'm a woman.
I love it.
A couple of months later, a title fight for the NABF belt on ShoBox, the first women's main event ever on that premium American platform. Across from her stands Silvia Sabados, experienced, durable.
So here we go, round one, and we'll see. Throws right hand.
You know she's the bigger fighter with the more.
This with another right hand. Scored with a combination right there.
Shields seizes control immediately, landing several heavy rights in the opening round and dictating the rhythm of the fight from that moment on.
Oh yeah, I don't care that you
Another left hand, I think that one hurt. And another left hand.
Oh, she's doing the bolo punch now.
Left hand, and that causes Sabados to cover up.
See, where's the uppercut? No.
Sabados is stubborn, unyielding, refuses to step back.
Oh yeah.
Coming into that first round.
3-punch combination again.
But every attempt to break through crumbles against Claressa's cold precision.
Sabados is still there. Again, a left hand.
Right hand. Left hook's on that line.
Again, a combination.
The turning point comes in round 4. A crushing left hook.
Sideways, and another one.
I think Shields is trying so hard to get that knockout. Have a big headache, guys.
I would think another that's it. They're going to stop the fight.
Then summer arrives, and with it, a different kind of test.
Okay, Shields right away says I must do it quick. Wants to let the hands go.
Across from the Predator stands Sidney LeBlanc, accepting the fight just 3 days before the event. A leap into a storm with no preparation.
Oh my, men don't want to feel this, Steve. Men do not want to feel this. We'll take these type of shots too. To the amazing, low, high, right, left, right.
And Shields does what she does best. She sets the pace, presses forward, bites and exchanges, forces her opponent to carry the weight of her style.
Shields looking for the There it is. Looking for the lane. Quality opponent under these circumstances, to say the least. The next, Robert Easter Jr. You saw that. Deontay Wilder. Look at it, fancy.
By the end, no surprises. Claressa takes her first meaningful professional prize, the vacant WBC silver title.
You know, in LeBlanc's defense, from Jen, because she's continues.
But ahead lies the moment that will change the course of women's boxing.
Be the first one on my feet. First one on.
The harder a girl fights me, the harder I'll fight back. I have the technique. I have the power.
Right hand feels good.
I want everybody to see me fight, and I want everybody to say, yes, she can box. Like, she's the best female fighter that I've ever seen.
That's the rest I know.
August 2017. Across the ring, Nikki Adler, the undefeated WBC and IBF champion. A German machine built to pressure, break, and overwhelm.
Claressa Shields on the gas early as everybody expected it. She wobbles Adler with a right hand. Adler, I told her she just wants to get through the first three.
But from the opening seconds, it becomes clear there are champions on paper, and there are fighters who rule the ring.
Throwing a hard, steady jab. Again, a good right hand straight up the middle.
She can throw punches all fight. She doesn't stop.
Another combination from Shields right up the middle. Again. And again, 5-punch combination and another.
Adler tries to impose her pressure.
Right hand again.
Adler standing in the pocket, high guard, now boxing with her mouth a little bit open.
Shields answers with body shots, sharp counters, and that trademark distance control that makes her opponent look years older.
Shields to throw multiple punches via combination.
And look at it, everything is right up the middle. I mean,
Adler, same thing, mouth open.
Round by round, the gap only widens.
Left hand drives Adler back into the ropes and a combination catches her.
Giving her any head movement. Look at that, just straight up, she's getting hit with it. Work the body. Go up the middle.
By the fifth, it's obvious. Adler is on her feet not because she's ready to continue, but because the referee is the only thing holding the fight together.
Adler was slow. Adler's too slow to count.
Straight right hand once again.
I think the answer is because she has a championship belt. You just don't give it away that easy.
Right.
Even the speed and the how to cover up, that's what people will.
Big left hand staggers her again. And this one is just about done.
2 belts, WBC and IBF, moved to the hands of a new ruler. At 22 years old, Claressa becomes the queen of the super middleweight division.
Claressa Shields.
The crowd barely has time to process the shift in power before the next challenger steps forward, Tori Nelson.
Oh, referee's about to jump in.
One more is all it'll take.
Left hook, spin the punch.
17-0, experienced, durable, forged by years that only sharpen fighters like her. And here, the signature Shield style fully reveals itself.
Come on, fight and get the belt.
Not rage, but precision. Not chaos, but calculation. Ten rounds, the clean work of a surgeon. Nelson clenches her jaw, but there's nothing she can do. 2 belts stay with Shields, and the WBA title lands on top like a seal of authority. Super middleweight has accepted its new queen, but one kingdom isn't enough for Claressa. She wants the next throne.
I'm not getting ready for Hannah Gabriels. I get ready for myself. As great as she is, she's 3-time world champion at 154. She's coming up. I'm faster than Hannah Gabriels. I'm bigger. I'm coming down in weight. I'm stronger. I'm taller.
She makes a move that rarely looks logical, but always looks fearless. She drops from 168 to 160 and changes her trainer at the same time.
A little over a half minute left to go here in round number 6. The schedule for 10.
The new division greets her brutally.
Michigan, here is
Hannah Gabriels, compact, fast, explosive. Reads the moment and, in the very first round, catches Shields with a clean right uppercut.
Uppercut and down goes Shields. 4.
A heartbeat later, and Claressa hits the canvas for the first time in her life. This is where her identity is decided. From round 2 on, she adjusts mid-fight.
Yeah, Shields can't afford to flail away in these combinations.
She takes the center of the ring.
Claressa Shields would be tested. It's all for the
Good body shot.
Resets the distance.
Well, 3 jabs on.
Gotta keep your hands up.
And breaks Gabriels down by levels. Head, body, rhythm.
measured pace. Usually fights as opposed to what she did in round 1.
Shields there over the top.
Blow a lot of energy in that first round.
Gabriels refuses to back off.
Gabriels too, all of a sudden.
Way down.
Way down.
She won't let the fight turn into a one-sided showcase.
She still seems a wide
power shot. And that's what John David Jackson did.
She fires back every time.
That brings the crowd alive here, and Shields trying to finish with a flourish.
In the final seconds, Shields suffers a cut under her left eye. A last reminder that there were no easy minutes tonight.
I think her punches
Keeping her hands up right there.
are a little straighter than they have been. But a heck of a test for her.
All the way to the end.
Being tested far more than...
The judges' cards lean her way. She takes the vacant WBA and IBF middleweight belts, becoming a 2-division world champion in just her 6th pro fight. Lomachenko's speed record behind her now. And the tension rises, not just on the scoreboard, but in the air itself. During the post-fight interview, Christina Hammer steps into the ring. 2 champions, face to face. Now the middleweight division has 2 peaks, but only 1 crown. The next phase doesn't make highlight reels, but no great champion exists without it. The upcoming fights, Hannah Rankin, Femke Hermans, won't be remembered as legendary wars, but they become proof of one thing. In the middleweight division, there is only one pace, and Shields is the one who sets it. Every time the ending is the same. Claressa takes the center, the speed, the distance, breaks her opponents down round after round and gathers more belts around her waist. And this is exactly the moment when the world stops saying promising and starts asking, is she the GWOAT? And all of this leads to a night women's boxing had been waiting for.
I want all of these belts. Every conversation leads to the same thing. They lose. They want to destroy you. It's only one greatest woman of all time, and that's me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the main event of the evening.
Atlantic City, Boardwalk Hall, the battle for undisputed middleweight supremacy. Claressa Shields versus Christina Hammer. 2 peaks, 1 crown. Before the fight, Shields warns the world, "When I beat Hammer, I want to see one headline, Shields nails the hammer. She said it, and she delivered. In the opening minutes, Hammer tries to impose her rhythm, moving, jabbing. Trying to lock the fight into her structure. Shields, calm, almost predatory, reads every twitch. In the second round, she shifts gears, and the fight changes shape. Pressure rises. Hammer loses control of the real estate. The third round gives the defining moment. Hammer unleashes a combination, and Claressa slips every punch, a live demonstration of the difference in speed and class. From there, the distance between them only widens. Hammer tries to push forward, but every attempt ends with her forced back by the density of Shields' counters. In the eighth, Shields pins her to the ropes, knocks the mouthpiece out. And even the pause doesn't help. The storm continues until the final bell. Unanimous decision. Every belt, WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, and the ring, belongs to one woman. Only the second fighter in four-belt history to unify all titles in the division. And in that moment, she says the line that will become her signature.
I'm the greatest woman of all time! I said it! I did it!
It looks like the summit. But the real GWOAT storyline is only beginning. Because somewhere else, in another division, carving through her own path, Savannah Marshall, the lone one on Shields' record, the question the world hasn't forgotten, is gathering momentum.
The mind games.
After conquering the middleweight division, the logical move would have been to go up. Claressa does the opposite. She cuts down and drops to super welterweight, 154 pounds.
I hope that people remember that I talk shit and I backed it up.
The saga with Ivana Habazin drags on for months. Postponements, doubts, a weigh-in scandal, even an attack on Habazin's trainer. It felt as if the entire world was trying to prevent this fight from happening.
Let's do it.
But when the first bell rings, Shields does what she does best. She takes the space. Establishes the jab, and forces her opponent backward. Habazin tries to get rough, even shoves Claressa at the end of a round, but the levels are different. In the fourth, Shields starts breaking her open with right hands. In the 6th, a vicious left hook to the body folds Habazin in half and sends her to the canvas. From that moment, everything is clear. The judges' scorecards simply formalize the inevitable. She becomes a 3-division world champion faster than anyone, male or female, another record on the shelf.
One of the things that Maria said
Inside the ring, she eats.
to get to her.
Counter here.
In March 2021, she faces Marie-Eve Dicaire. On the line, full undisputed status at 154.
Claressa Shields teeing off on Dicaire, backing her
If
up.
the opportunities are not presenting.
10 seconds.
And again, without hesitation, Shields takes every round, every inch of the ring, every scrap of control.
And the Shields we see today.
Which is impressive because I feel like so prominent.
Wow.
Last few seconds.
When it's over, all the belts of the division sit on her shoulders. She becomes the first fighter in the 4-belt era, male or female, to hold undisputed status in 2 weight classes at the same time. What would be the peak of a career for others is just another step for her. She climbs it, glances around for a moment, and realizes the summit is higher yet again. And every time Claressa reaches a new level, the same question appears in her mind. What if I can go even further?
I've done everything in boxing. I just really wanted to see what could I do in my career that can make me be more of the GWOAT, more of the greatest thing of all time. Like, how can you solidify it? So for me, I was like, you know what? What about MMA?
And that is why she steps into a place where no one expected her. At the end of 2020, Claressa signs a 3-year contract with the PFL. Not for hype, not for money, but for a challenge that forces her to rise again. By day, boxing. By evening, wrestling, grappling, jiu-jitsu. She trains with Roberto Alencar and fighters like Holly Holm, learning from zero the things that once felt like a different planet.
I drill the drills with them every day, or sometimes it's just me and coach. And I'm drilling those drills.
And then, June 2021. Just 3 months after becoming undisputed again, her belt's not yet cooled, she announces, "My next fight will be in MMA." A move no one thought was logical, but everyone knew was fearless. Across from her, Brittany Elkin.
Yeah, she's trying to keep Claressa afraid. Claressa tests out a leg kick there.
The early rounds are rough. Wrestling scrambles, awkward positions, the feeling of being a beginner again after Olympic gold.
Nice job by Claressa Shields pulls it out, and this swimmer fist from Claressa Shields, and she's able to.
But in the 3rd round, the real Shields switches on. Survival mode becomes domination mode. She flips the fight and takes the win by TKO.
Big shot right there.
Oh boy! And the referee with ground.
Her 2nd bout, Abigail Montes. Exchanges, grappling, tight rounds.
Not in that strike.
Trying to set up a shoulder choke. We'll finish this fight on top.
And a split decision goes against her. No theatrics, no excuses. I'll be back. Right now I have another throne waiting. The experiment isn't over, but her true battleground remains the ring, not the cage.
She swapped the slippers.
She pleases, and she's just looking for that body shot, and you can just see Shields what she's doing. She reaches in and leans in, which is gonna.
February 2022, Cardiff. She returns to middleweight and faces the undefeated young, self-assured Ima Kazan.
With her jab, she's making, but you can just see Shields what she's doing. She's talking.
All 10 rounds go in one direction. Shields dismantles her opponent layer by layer. Speed, precision, body head transitions.
I think she was just hurt there by a right hand. And Claressa Shields.
I think Claressa's a textbook brilliant.
Being in total control.
Every middleweight belt stays with her. On top of that, the WBF title.
Woman of all time, Claressa
Her return doesn't look like a defense. It looks like a declaration. I never left. This is still my kingdom. But the real storm is ahead, because next comes the name she's heard echoing in her mind for 10 straight years.
It means a lot to be undisputed, but it means more to avenge my only loss in the amateurs. I am the greatest woman of all time. I approve that, but it's still just that one blemish, and she's sitting here.
Savannah Marshall, the only woman who, long ago in China, handed her that lone L. Now she's the WBO champion, a British star, an arena favorite. The story is too big for one night, and fate itself hits pause. The fight is postponed after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. The tension grows. Old interviews resurface. Old wounds return to headlines. October 15th, 2022. The O2 Arena in London turns into a theater of unfinished business. This isn't just boxing. This is the final act of a 10-year storyline.
Good shot from Savannah Marshall.
10 rounds. Not a wild slugfest, but a high-speed chess match in gloves. Marshall charges forward in waves, using volume, pressure, and sheer size. Shields answers with crisp combos, body head patterns, clean, punishing shots, never letting the fight slip into chaos.
It's a firecracker. Good one from Shields. Body shot again from Shields. That was class from really good right as well. Hats off to both of these.
A swelling grows under Claressa's right eye, and she smiles. In moments like that, you see it. Inside her lives, not just a boxer, but a story no punch can rewrite.
Absolute fight to remember. 10 sizzling rounds. Claressa Shields.
Unanimous decision. Claressa Shields wipes away every last doubt, collects all the middleweight belts, and becomes undisputed again. But tonight the belts are only decoration. The 10-year loop closes beneath the roar of British fans, and the sentence millions repeated that night: she did it. After London, Shields returns to the United States, not to rest, but to defend her undisputed crown.
Actually, I think it wants some of the beads on one of them hairs.
With Hannah Gabriels out, Maricela Cornejo steps in on 2 weeks' notice. The difference in levels is obvious immediately.
Oftentimes that means knockouts.
From the opening seconds, Shields takes the ring, tags Cornejo with clean, straight rights, hits so sharply that Cornejo loses balance at times, but somehow stays on her feet. The judges all see the same fight. Complete domination. The undisputed crown stays with her. And it's clear the Queen has no intention of slowing down.
Undisputed female middleweight champion of the world.
August 2023. A new multi-year deal with the PFL. She steps back into the cage. February 2024. Kelsey DeSantis. PFL versus Bellator. A tough, messy, grinding fight. Split decision. Her hand raised. Not flawless, but honest. Another reminder, she's never afraid to start from zero in a world that never expected her. It would be easy to sit on her thrones, defend belts, count money. Shields chooses the opposite. She looks upward, toward women who weigh more, hit harder, and are considered dangerous by default.
And Shields
July 2024, Detroit. Across the ring stands Vanessa Lepage-Jones, the WBC heavyweight champion. In the second round, everything becomes obvious. 3 knockdowns, 3 statements. Claressa Shields becomes a champion in a 4th division, owning belts at light heavyweight and heavyweight.
I ain't got nothing against little old Layla. I'm just a better fighter. That's it. See how straight that one through is?
February 2025, Flint, home air and the heaviest division in boxing. Opposite her, Danielle Perkins. On the line, something no boxer has ever done. Undisputed champion in 3 divisions in the 4-belt era.
She was waiting for the right opportunity to pounce. She
Perkins tries to keep distance, but the fight becomes a demonstration of structure. Shields takes every round, methodical, calm, controlled. In the final stretch, she adds a knockdown, like a bold exclamation point. She becomes what no one has been before, an undisputed world champion in 3 weight classes. Then history bends. A brief scandal over a positive marijuana test flashes for a moment, then disappears. Procedural error, belt retained. The essence of the fight remains untouched. Domination is on tape. And 3 months later comes the news that closes another chapter. May 19th, 2025. Claressa officially announces her retirement from MMA. The experiment is over. She returns to the place where her energy hits hardest, boxing.
Coach, good luck and good luck, okay?
Pray right now.
Summer, Detroit. Across from her, Lonnie Daniels. If previous fights left questions, this one measures the size of the gap. CompuBox records a landslide, 167 clean punches from Shields, just 41 from Daniels.
It's about time.
Entire rounds where Daniels doesn't land a single shot. 0 in the first, 0 in the second, 0 in the 6th.
And we see Daniels now mixing it up, staying in front of Shields. Good right hand by Daniels over the top. Yeah, what got into her this round? By Daniels right there. And that will do it.
The judges merely confirm what everyone saw. The heavyweight division doesn't just have a champion, it has an owner. And ahead lies a symbolic loop.
She know I'm coming. She knew I'm coming heat. I'm trying to knock her ass out.
Her next challenger, Franchon Cruz, the woman who stood across from her in her very first professional fight. The circle is nearly closed, which only makes the continuation louder. Today, Claressa Shields is the holder of 18 World Championship belts, earned across 4 divisions, and the undisputed champion in 3 weight classes, 160, 154, and heavyweight. Add 2 Olympic gold medals and a path that breaks records faster than most fighters even reach their first title shot. They call her the greatest woman of all time. But honestly, the word woman in that formula is starting to feel unnecessary, because the real question is different. What happens if she keeps dominating for another 5 to 7 years? Today she is the face of women's boxing. Tomorrow she might be the standard for the entire sport. No gender required. And then the eternal barroom debate of who's the greatest of all time will shrink to a single honest question. Are you ready to admit that the most dominant fighter of her era might not look like Tyson or Mayweather? but like a girl from Flint named Claressa Shields? If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe. And remember, boxing never ends with a period, only with pauses between storms. And the storm named Claressa has not spoken her final word.